Hello everybody, welcome to Guidancy Education channel. Let us see the topic. In this video, we are starting a new chapter under class 11 physics, chapter 12 thermodynamics. In this video, we are starting laws of thermodynamics. But before that, we will introduce ourselves to a few important terms like state variables of thermodynamic system, thermodynamic equilibrium, thermal equilibrium of thermodynamic system, zeroth law, and concept of temperature. But before we start the video, please watch the video completely so that you get all points clear. And if you think the video is useful, do like the video, share the video, and also leave your feedbacks as comment in the comment box below. Subscriptions are totally free, so please support me through your subscriptions and also press the bell button. Also press the all button so that you get intimated as soon as new videos are posted. Thank you very much. Now let us see the topic. We are starting a new chapter, chapter 12 under class 11 physics, thermodynamics. There is a general concept that this chapter is very tough. But if you follow the basics thoroughly well, then this chapter can be understood. Hurrying through the chapter will make it look more tough. I have tried to include all these important basic topics in simple terms so that you can enjoy the chapter. So do not skip the video. Be patient and go through the video completely. We are going to discuss zeroth law. This law was put forward after first, second, and third law of thermodynamics were published. But zeroth law is more fundamental, so it had to come first. So for that purpose only, this law is named zeroth law. But before we pass on to the topic, we will discuss by way of introduction a few terms which you need to understand if you should understand zeroth law. Okay, come. Thermodynamics is a branch of macroscopic science. That is, it studies bulk systems. Macroscopic means very big systems, very huge systems. It is a very important branch. By the way, what is the meaning of thermodynamics? Thermo means heat and dynamic means energetic. So this branch is related to heat and other forms of energy. What do we study under this? It deals with interconversion of work and heat and other forms of energy. Energy exists in different forms, say electrical energy, heat energy, light energy, mechanical energy. It deals with work, so it's interconversion. We know while doing work, energy is utilized, energy is converted to work. Similarly, work can generate energy. So it is this interconversion that this chapter deals. What is heat? Heat is a form of energy and it flows from a higher level to a lower level. How long does it flow? Till the level of heat of the two systems become equal, and heat can be measured. Whenever we talk about heat, we have a tendency to relate it with temperature. But in physics, heat and temperature are slightly different. We have to get the concept of heat, work, and temperature. What is temperature? We may say temperature is a measure of the hotness of a system or an object. Zeroth law gives us a deeper idea about the concept of temperature. But heat, it is a form of energy. We have to understand more about that. Okay, but before that, how do we describe a thermodynamic system? State of a thermodynamic system is described by its macroscopic state variables like pressure, temperature, mass, volume, etc. What is a system? System is that which is being studied. Say for example, if we are studying a reaction in a vessel, say a test tube or something, then the test tube is the system. On the other hand, if we are studying a galaxy, then galaxy is the system. In the first case, the wall of the vessel gives the physical boundary But in the case of galaxy, there is no physical boundary. We are only studying a group of specific stars. If we are considering a system which deals with interconversion of work, heat, and other forms of energy, then that is a thermodynamic system. We said state of a thermodynamic system. What is the meaning of that? State of a thermodynamic system means its properties. What are the features of that thermodynamic system? By state, we do not mean whether it is liquid, gas, or solid. By state of thermodynamic system, we mean what are its features, macroscopic features or macroscopic variables. Variables mean something that can change, like pressure, temperature, mass, volume, etc. These things can change, So that is what we mean by state of thermodynamic system. There are other state variables also. We will learn a few of them as we proceed with the lesson. So we can describe a thermodynamic system on the basis of its pressure, temperature, mass, volume, etc. State variables are those physical quantities which depend only upon the state, that is the initial and final state, and not the path by which those values are attained. Take for example, if this is one system, it has its own pressure, temperature, volume, and mass, that is state variables. We will mark it as P1, V1, T1, and M1. This is how we describe this system. So system 1 has pressure P1, temperature T1, volume V1, and mass M1. Supposing we have one more system, then that system we have to describe by referring to the pressure, temperature, volume, and mass of that system. If it is different from this one, then we can use another number there, P2, T2, V2, and M2. T is temperature. Temperature is a measure of the hotness of the system. Now we will familiarize ourselves with a few more terms. First one, thermodynamic equilibrium. This is a system with adiabatic wall surrounding it. The state variables pressure, temperature, volume, and mass has a certain definite value. Adiabatic wall does not allow the exchange of energy with environment. So, in such a system, with the passage of time, these variables will remain constant. Such a system is said to be in thermodynamic equilibrium. Now, there is another term which might look similar, but it is slightly different. Thermal equilibrium. Thermal relates to temperature. In order to understand that, we will consider two systems which are kept in proximity, system A and B, with its own specific pressure and volume, marked as PA, VA, PB and VB respectively. Now, let us suppose it is separated by an adiabatic wall. So, system A and B cannot exchange their energies. But it is surrounded by a diathermic wall. Diathermic wall allows exchange of energy. So it can exchange energy with the environment. Their state variables are different. Therefore, they cannot attain thermal equilibrium. At different points of time, their temperature will be different. Now let us consider another case, again two systems also having their own individual pressure and volume. They are separated from the surrounding by adiabatic wall but mutually separated by a diathermic wall. So what happens is in due course of time, they will exchange energy and they will attain the same temperature. Then the system is said to be in thermal equilibrium. Now that we have understood the basic terms, let us start discussing zeroth law. It was proposed by R.H. Fowler. We will consider three thermodynamic systems in contact. System A and B are separated by adiabatic wall. The lateral and bottom walls are also adiabatic, so they cannot transfer energy between them or with the environment. At the same time, they are individually separated from a third system by a diathermic wall. Okay, what will happen in due course of time? A can exchange energy with C, B can exchange energy with C. But C will always exchange energy with the environment. So you cannot expect that system to attain thermal equilibrium. Now consider another case. All the three systems are surrounded by adiabatic wall. A and B are separated by adiabatic wall. A and B are separated from C by diathermic wall. So A can exchange energy with C. B also can exchange energy with C. But A and B cannot exchange energy directly. They cannot exchange energy with the environment either. The temperature of A, TA, will become equal to that of C, TC. Similarly, the temperature of B, TB, will be equal to temperature of C, TC. So, what happens? If TA is equal to TC and TB is equal to TC, then the result is TA is equal to TB. That is, even though these two systems cannot directly exchange energy, A and B will be in thermal equilibrium. So this is what zeroth law states. Let us see the statement. If two systems are individually in thermal equilibrium with a third system, the two systems will be in thermal equilibrium. This is what the zeroth law states. I have already given the reason why this law is called zeroth law. Okay, what is the significance of zeroth law? Zeroth law gives the concept of temperature. The quantity which is same for two systems in thermal equilibrium is called temperature. I hope I have made these points clear. If you think the video is useful, do like the video, share the video with your friends who may also be benefited. Please give me your feedbacks as comments in the comment box below. And also support me through your subscriptions and also press the bell button and all button so that you get intimated as soon as new videos are posted. See the description box for questions based on this topic. Thank you very much. We will meet in the next video with another important topic. Till then, bye. Take care.